part of today we are working on alternator fitment. This is an alternator from a 2004 Acura RSX base model. This was the alternator from a 2005 Honda Civic Si or EP3. This alternator is considerably beefier in this dimension than the EP3 alternator is, but the EP3 is much longer in this dimension than the RSX base model is. I'm trying to fit this in the car. Right now I still don't have a radiator in it. I was trying to brainstorm a way to be able to replace this if needed without opening the cooling system and without dropping the motor. I don't know that that's possible, especially not with this factory K24A2 intake manifold on it. But either way, I am having trouble fitting the alternator in there without any modifications to the headlight bucket, this bucket, before it would sink down into this bracket. So even to just get it in there, I'm going to have to modify this slightly, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't get into any of the mechanicals on the headlight assembly itself. I'm just clearing away sheet metal that doesn't have to be there for anything structural. As you can see from this side, I grabbed my step bit and ran that through in 3 locations. I'm going to take my little mini Sawzall and connect the dots. Alright, that took about a minute. I love this little one-handed Sawzall. The thing is awesome. So I took in, like I said, connected the dots. Actually, this was in there this way. Just ran the saw blade down the edge of those 3 circles I put in there and cut that chunk out of there. Pretty cleanly done. I haven't hit it with a file or anything, just in case I need to open it up a little bit more. But we'll go ahead and see if we can clear now and get this alternator installed. Alright, I drilled another hole. Gonna play connect the dots. I'll go ahead and record this part. Just trying to get more room, enough room to get the alternator up in place with the engine completely bolted in position. I'll give her another go. Not quite as clean. Got a little file work to do down here, but give us that much more room. We'll see if I can tuck that alternator in there real quick. Alright guys, more drilling, more cutting. There's the post for the alternator, and in this position it would only move about maybe a quarter, not even a quarter inch further that way. I got to put a pulley on the thing, so there's there's no way. So I'll keep working on it and I'll update you guys in a little bit. Hello my peoples. Update on the alternator situation. Things went sideways quickly. The things that I've realized: the EP3 and the RSX base model alternators have the same bolt pattern as far as how they bolt to the water pump housing. That bolt pattern is different than the K24A2 water pump housing. And again, this is all referencing a 2008 K24A2 out of a TSX. That's the motor that's in there, that's the water pump housing that's in there. I already have the RDX thermostat housing and outlet. The rear portion of that housing is still the K24A2 TSX. This RDX thermostat holder and water outlet bolts directly to that K24A2 thermostat housing. So that part's taken care of as far as the clocking of the outlet of the lower radiator for the lower radiator hose. That part's done. Got the EP3 idler pulley on. Basically, I've reverted back to making room for the stock K24A2 alternator. At that point, other than the EP3 idler pulley, everything is K24A2 except for EP3 idler pulley and this plastic flange thermostat holder water outlet combo. This is from an RDX 2007 to 2012, and that bolts right onto the K24A2 rear thermostat housing. Keeping it that way because all the wiring is also 2008. Actually, the wiring is 2007 K24A2 TSX. Basically, headlights to taillights, the entire harness is an 07 TSX, along with the ECU. Working on steering column. I already have the ignition switch wired up. That's how I'm starting the car now. So, clearancing. I removed a bunch of material from here, and I'll throw the alternator in there in a second to show you that. In addition to that, this is the headlight housing. I removed a bunch of material from this as well. Basically, I removed all of this material and then I opened up this material around here. I laid out this material to give you an idea about what was removed from there. Not as much material. Obviously, this is quite a bit, and that's for the alternator housing itself. This is for more clearance. Sorry. This is for the alternator housing itself. This is for more clearance around the pulley and belt. And like I said, I'll go ahead and throw these pieces in along with the alternator, and I'll give you a quick shot of what that looks like and the clearances that I have there. Hello again. I've come to the realization that doing the videos in this building while it's pouring rain, curious to see how loud it is on video, because it's pretty loud in here. So I told you I would throw the alternator and the headlight bucket in to show clearance. There's the clearance. So I had to remove this portion to clear the housing, and I removed this portion and mainly along here for clearance around the pulley. Before I started, the pulley was almost touching the back of the headlight bucket. Now the next portion is to go ahead and throw the headlight assembly back into its steel bracket and put that in and make sure that it doesn't extend past. I know it's going to be good here because there was plenty of clearance between here and the between the metal bracket and the back of the headlight housing itself. This part I'm not sure of, but I think I'll be okay. So we'll get that reassembled, slap it in there, and see what we've got for clearances. Alright, so I'll show you clearance. There's not much, but there's clearance. So, taking a look from the side, there's not much clearance between the alternator and the alternator's body and the rear of the headlight housing. There's still quite a bit of room around the pulley, even with the housing, the headlight plastic housing back in its bucket. So this is what we've got to work with. we'll make it work. If for some reason it does come into contact, then I'll do some more clearance and we'll figure it out from there. But wanted to get the alternator mocked up. It's in there. Like I said, this is the stock K24A2 alternator, so everything's ready to go as far as wiring. I know everything fits, everything lines up because it is the alternator that comes on this engine. Just budget-wise, this helps, but it is a larger bodied alternator, so I had to do more clearancing than I would have for, say, the EP3 alternator. Hair is still gone from my knucks from last night's video. I'm sure you've seen that by now. That was entertaining. Got my attention, but again, no burns, no issues, just lost some of the hair on my hands. Again, EP3, smaller body, but longer. RSX, bigger body, shorter. TSX, probably a little bit bigger body again from the RSX, but shorter like RSX. You guys have a good night. I'm gonna go play in the rain, grab a bite to eat, and map out plans for tomorrow. We'll see you guys later. Bye.